introduce him.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Thank you so much, Chad. Yes, it's me, Henry G, down in the esports arena. It's Heroic versus Space Soldiers, the second map of the best of three. Space Soldiers looking clinical so far in their performance, and we move on to Mirage as well. The bomb has been planted. Calyx in the middle of the site, and Xantares once again getting this nice synergy going. They'll be using information from the A site to allow Xantares to get his aggression on potentially. He's looking
what
towards
is
the ramp,
happening right now?
I can hear typing. That's why I kind of slowed myself down.
Oh.
I was like, I don't think it's live.
We might need another reset.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too hyped.
These guys don't want to go home, Henry.
I don't think anyone does. I think we want to stay here. Let's
Why
just do
would
the,
we?
let's just
This
start the
office
second
is
round.
really nice. I don't think I've been in an office for
It's
a
cool,
company
isn't it?
as nice as this one.
It's beautiful. Like, it's so big as well. And
yeah.
like, they've got well, I think that does suggest it's not live. So we gave it a good go, Chad. I don't think I can do that introduction again. It's actually starting to hurt my voice now.
Yeah, we won't do it again. That's okay.
We'll save that for tomorrow. Like, everyone knows how good we are now.
Yeah, we're fantastic. Are we the new duo?
I think we're the new duo. The new Joe Miller and Tosbot.
Oh, yeah.
Matt's red eye.
I guess this is live, right? Like, this looks live.
Okay, well, we'll get back into it.
That was a really bad spam there by Xantares. That's the worst thing I've seen.
Still wins though, dude.
Yeah. Win's a win, right?
All he does is win.
How did you... Yeah, so I know that you felt overwhelmed by my Le Renegades and my amazing K strategies running over you in middle.
Yeah.
Were you just blown out of the water? Were you frustrated? Did you
No,
think?
like once you started, we realized what we got ourselves into. Okay. When like the players, like the people seem to forget, like everyone like disregards Renegades as like, oh, they're not doing amazing in the top 10 right now. They must be bad players, right? Yeah. They don't realize these guys, like at this level, once you make yourself a professional player getting paid to play the game, like compared to a fucking scrub like me, like they're going to be absolutely wrecking. It's going to be an easy game for them. Like Justillo as well. People underrate how good he is, and like Azza, like those are amazing fraggers you have in that team. And, like once it started, I was like, well, there's nothing we can really do here.
I tried to tell you.
I know, but once we got kind of done the game and I knew I got myself into it, obviously we've got to make it exciting for the crowd, right? We've got to make it like seem like there's some sort of rival there. I come out saying, oh no guys, I'm only joking, I know I'm going to lose, but I might as well go along with it, right? And
yeah, you're a good sport about
it. Make it happen, and even right at the end of it, I was like, I might as well go along with this as villain line. I could do the pussy. Oh, that was nice actually, quick scope. I could have done the pussy thing and it's like going, oh guys, you know what, no, it was a great game and everything. I just wanted to keep it going, see how hated I could get in that crowd. And everyone tweeted me after saying like, yeah, you know what, like, oh, well done, we really enjoyed it. It was a good part of the show.
Yeah,
you know?
There's probably a couple of idiots that would have taken things a little bit seriously.
There were a few tweets there.
Everybody was talking.
I don't think they realised I don't actually play CS. Like it was, I played with. I think the most we ever played when we were at ESL was like what, maybe 3 games, maybe 5 or 6 games in a week, and that lasted a couple of weeks, and then we stopped playing because we had so many events, so much work, and then I played maybe once,
it gets
one
hard
game
to keep
every
that up.
fortnight now. It's just not good enough. Like it's not fun when you're so bad at the game. You need to put some hours in and actually get yourself into it. But Xantares, he's been putting the hours in, Chad.
Yeah, they're the people who definitely put hours in and don't play pub
for me,
like us.
For me, it's not really worth putting the hours in these days. I watch enough Counter-Strike. Playing it, sure, it might help me get my head in the game. You find it beneficial? I
feel like I'm kind of in a position where if I wanted to put time in again, I could still be okay. But I think from watching so many demos and watching people play Counter-Strike at this level, it's more than I ever watched as a player. Like, it's not that I'm forced to. Obviously, this is a job that I choose to do right now. But you learn so much because you're watching such a vast amount of players. And mechanically, sure, maybe I can't mimic the movement style as much, and I'd have to think about it a lot harder than what these guys do.
Sure.
But in just the approach to their game, it's just amazing to see. And I think like little things like that you bring into your own game. And you would definitely do the same, right? But you have the same issue as me. You just mechanically can't pull it off. It's like, fuck, I should know how to do this.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I watch it now. Like I just don't know. I don't like, to be fair. Like it's so many small nuances. You can watch someone do a smoke, right? But unless you sit down on the server and actually practice it yourself, or have to do the right-click flashbangs and stuff like that, you try and think, oh, remember that one. Then you can actually come and do it. And you can't do it. I'm not going on servers and practicing smokes and everything, right? So like for me, like I get in the server, I realize how lost I am. And was like, God, there's so many hours I need to put in this game before I can actually maybe even compete at the lowest level. If I put a month into it, right? And I was like grinding it out. I was playing with people who knew what they're doing. Like bring me up to scratch. I could be a reasonable player, but right now it's not worth it. Heroic pick up their first round. So there we go.
Nice by them. Nice by them. They finally get one on the board, like you're saying. They're all from Jugi coming into play. Let's just bring up when we see the little frags here.
Yeah, there can't be many frags.
No, I
Heroic
wouldn't say many at all.
Here we go. It's a lot. We need to sort this little.
Yeah, okay. So Jugi and Niko, 3 frags and 2 frags. Look at this teamwork going on here, though. These little things like this is not something which you would normally be expecting because the way this works is you instantly spawn,
Yeah.
you have to plant the bomb and communicate what utility you have. So the fact that this is still happening and they're still able to pull out teamwork like this is insane. Like, it's showing the level of communication under a high-pressure situation as Xantares is able to poke out there and take down
so sick,
Jugi.
isn't he?
Yeah, it's just like, it's not, when I say aimbot, I don't mean I think he's cheating. What I mean is it's just so
Unreal.
clinical in the way that they can approach
Yeah.
a corner that they're just snapping heads off like that.
Yeah, Matt made a point of his crosshair placement, like being some of the best he's seen. I think that's absolutely correct. Like the fact every angle he faces, he seems to be so ready to take the headshot. He's got it in the perfect position. Like, it's so impressive. Like, it's very few players like who are in the top teams in the world who can aim like he can. Like, there might be better players overall, more complete package, but in terms of him raw skill and aim, he's up there with the likes of like Simple, I would say, in terms of that initial shot he's got, which is really cool.
And that comes down to like muscle memory, right? So once you reach a certain level of playing Counter-Strike, let's say like a Forest or a Get Right, maybe even like a Flusher to some extent.
Yeah.
You're only playing a certain amount of Counter-Strike to keep you at the level you need to be at, right? Like, you don't need to be putting, well, not that you don't need to be, but you put your time into other facets of the game, right, to help you as a team. Whereas these kids who live, breathe, eat, love Counter-Strike, they're sitting on the shitter taking a dump, thinking about, man, imagine this situation if I had a Deagle and like. That's the level of obsessed as to where you play so much Counter-Strike that it becomes muscle memory and your crosshair placement is second nature. You're not even thinking about it in the instant. And that's why these kids like Rops, obviously Niko is one of them, Xantares, like we're seeing right now, Simple, they're all the new age, the new gen of Counter-Strike. That's why they are the future. You can have as much experience as you want, but as soon as these kids get a little bit on you, they're coming for you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really exciting time in CSGO right now. And we always talk about it being the most competitive era we've probably ever had in the entirety of CS, I would say, ever. Obviously, even going back to 1.6, it was always at that top 10. There was a few outsiders that could cause damage, but there's never a point, I don't think, where anyone in the top 30 could conceivably actually take a pop at someone like an SK or something like that, right? So that's kind of exciting in that respect.
Yeah, and it used to be if you were in that circuit, you stayed in that circuit because you were one of the very few professionals, and to break into that was impossible, and you could never dedicate as much time as them because they were used as a career.
Well, yeah, you could never do that.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah, you couldn't justify the hours because you weren't getting paid for it. Very few people actually being paid at 1.6, really. Like, even if they were, it wasn't anywhere near the numbers we're getting.
For sure, yeah.
These days, like you wouldn't believe how much money can be made as a professional player overall, but it's good. It obviously keeps the dream alive and keeps these players playing as much as they do and keep them passionate. Like, you might just think it's a cop out and they're just doing it for the money, but it actually does help in that respect. Like, you think, oh wow, I can actually become a really successful person by being good at this computer game. It drives you, right?
Another strong lead from SpaceSoldiers here on Mirage. They're really running away with this, but we saw before there was a comeback.
They're really buggering their asses, I would say. At this point.
Powdering bottoms. The belt is out. Yeah,
this is brutal at some points. You hate to see it. Heroic.
I guess they love giving a good spanking.
Yeah, and who doesn't like doing that?
I don't like to receive one.
Oh, I like it a little bit, Chad. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
Being beaten up a little bit every now and then. Yeah. Like, that does it for me.
I prefer to be in charge.
So any lads out there listening, you know what I like.
Jesus. This little gap, that's a cheeky little gap.
I didn't even know that was like that open. Like, oh god, he's a kind of sick as well.
Yeah.
Just bullying.
This is the thing, right? Because when Xantares was in the SpaceSoldiers team and Calyx was in the other Turkish team, I think it was Dark Passage or whatever it was always like, man, imagine if these two guys got together and we're in the same team. And we haven't really seen they haven't fulfilled that level yet. But it's a slow burn. I think they're going to get there. Like, I think they'll be a top team.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Like, if everyone, I remember casting for a day. They had his sick AWPer as well. I can't remember his name.
Look, I'll bring it up right now.
Yeah, bring it up there now. They had some sick AWPer, and he was really good. It was an assembly, right? Like tier 3 opposition, maybe it was like Epsilon and like Ents and stuff like that. But the AWPer was like lights out as well. They didn't have Calyx at that point. So I'm interested to see how this team develops overall. Like, if they can find a complete package, I know they've got great backing from SpaceSoldiers, actually a relatively unknown org, but they have, like, Edis is here as well. He's like the owner of it. He treats all the players very well. Like he said, they have a gaming house. They get everything they possibly need to be a successful organization, a successful team overall, specifically in CSGO. I think they have got the right tools there available to them. It's just a matter of time. You're absolutely right. Before they start turning up, maybe getting a decent placement at a reasonable event like a DreamHack Open or something like that.
Maybe
then they start getting the invites in there, and then they can get some experience against top teams, and then maybe they could actually break the top 15 and actually start causing some damage there.
All right, so they're currently ranked 29th in the world.
Yeah.
We've obviously got Xantares and Calyx. They have a player called Paz, P-A-Z.
That's the one I think I'm thinking of.
Despi, D-E-S-P-E.
Or maybe him as well.
And then they have Madja, who I was talking about before. He was kind of...
it's either Paz or Despi, the Orville.
Yeah, Madja was from the 1.6 scene, but he was playing in France. So these guys have kind of... That means there's been quite a few roster changes, because I remember there being different players in that team over the years.
Well, heroic. 13-2 in the first half, just to note. But kicking things off on the right foot here.
Well, it's a quick game's a good game, my mum always used to say. Or probably still says. She's definitely still with me.
Did she say that?
It's Mother's Day. Yeah, she did. It's
you don't have to say Mother's Day as us. It's Mother's Day in Australia, sure.
Yeah,
coming up
Australia,
or today? Tomorrow.
Sunday.
You sent the old trout anything?
Wow.
That's not specific at your mum. That's what I call my mum, the old trout.
The old trout.
Yeah. You not heard that before?
No.
That's what everyone calls their mum the old trout.
No, I've never heard that before. She'll get flowers tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Hope you're not watching.
Should be
This is virtual.
It's probably like 4
There's your
a.m.
name. Don't know.
Calyx jumping up the stairs, taking a nice shot in there onto Jugi. Niko with a bit of a choke spam as Xantares puts him down, gets on that defuse, and another round in the pocket of SpaceSoldiers as they're now 2 away from victory and wrapping up the first day here at the HTC 2v2 Invitational by PGL.
Yeah, there you go.
We also have HyperX.
They're kicking about. We've got Sam here, or as I like to call him, Hank. He's got
Hank Jr.
Hank Jr. He's got the headset on.
Aggressive play by Niko into City Spawn right now.
Oh,
Fake
the pistol!
flash. It's gonna do
Oh!
it! How you like me now?
Yeah.
You know what I saw from Rops? Where Xantares was in spawn, you can
shine,
jump on the corner of the truck and you can see through that little fencing, and if they're aggressive on CT, you can grab a frag.
Here's a refrag. Calyx probably die.
Oh!
Quick! Xantares, help him!
He can do this. He can do this. Jugi! Believe in the heart of the cards. Oh.
Every time he just wins and wins and wins. 15. He's going to get the defuse just about. And there it is. Match and series point. We have Xantares making his way back in. Suggests he's confident the SpaceSoldiers can close this one out.
Classic Matthew Entrus. Dick out.
Yeah, why is he doing that?
I don't know.
Here he comes.
Sometimes you just have to air it all out.
Last round,
let
yeah,
it
Henry,
out
last
in the
round,
wind.
Henry, give it to us.
What are we doing?
It's the last round.
Oh, okay. Do you want to actually... Right, let's get into this
here
one,
we
shall
go.
we? Okay. 15-3. Heroic desperately trying to hold on to...
They got crushed.
They did, really, but they're going to keep it alive for now, but looks things. Xantares has been a thorn in their side, but not for long. It's been removed. A set of tweezers has been deployed and taken it out. It's Niko to find the second frag. They're going to need 11 frags in a row. 11 rounds
11
in a row,
rounds. 22
just
frags
force
in a row.
overtime.
Bomb back down on the A bomb site here in the default position. Not particularly well placed for T's in an after plant scenario, meaning they are going to have to stay relatively close to the bomb. Jugi pushing down towards the A ramp, checking out what's going over there with the AWP. Not going to find anything as both CTs are retaking from one CT spawn and one the connector area. Flash pops out, delaying the counter terrace. Xantares now looking for information. Pre-firing over towards apps. Now he's pre-firing towards the A ramp area. Will be found by Jugi, and now Calyx going to get dropped by Niko. And another round on the board for Heroic as they are standing up here in the face of adversity.
I've done what Henry's done. I came in, sat down, overtime incoming.
Yeah, that's probably...
And that's what we want to see, because beautiful Counter-Strike is played
That's what
day
it's all
in,
about.
day out here. You don't get this every day of the week, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crumbs around the world.
Oh,
Put your
crumbs.
hands in the air.
Crumbs.
Ah, crumbs, crumbs,
Crumbs.
crumbs, tasty crumbs.
My dog licks up the crumbs. Why do you do that? That's too graphic.
What noise do you think that is, Matthew?
Oh, I think you know what it is. It's a puppy slurping up milk.
Well, why is that graphic?
It's because I miss my dog.
Another round for Heroic here, Chad. Oh, maybe not. The P250 has been deployed. Jugi goes down, but the bomb feels like it's too far gone. Niko, simple frag to finish things off there. A lot of work to do here still, but they're closing the gap ever so slightly. 15-6 now. And
I like narrow things. Speaking of narrow,
Wouldn't like us then.
yeah, you'd really have a rough time, Chad, with this. What I'm packing. Might as well
Just
go
go
straight.
direct as hell. We've
like,
lost
allude
all
to it.
subtlety. We've lost. I mean, the G stands for girth.
Yeah, the Girthquake. That's what we affectionately call it. Well,
this
Matt
is
calls
it.
it that.
This is it. SpaceSoldiers is about to win.
Or are they? Yugi knows.
Yugi knows.
I'm not here to cast. You guys cast. I'm not even good at it.
No, that's very good. Oh. The Girthquake delivers. And the Tech 9.
Felt a rumble in the room there.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm.
Henry's trouser snake growing as Heroic grow closer and closer to taking this to overtime.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
He'd like to drink cheese.
No.
Drink cheese.
Yeah, cream cheese.
Okay.
Cream cheese, okay. That's creamy.
Xantares.
This could be it. This could be the one. Niko left it at 1 versus 2. He's in the corner, holding off on Cat. Knows there's one to his left, one to his right. It needs to find them and get them in time. It's not going to happen. Xantares will close it.
That's it. It's closed up. It's been a great day here in the Esports Arena, powered by HTC at the 2v2 tournament. But that's it with the final game of the day.